Okay, so I am obviously live, and I'm just waiting a few moments until a few of our members log in. Again, it's my first live doing like actual bath bombs and stuff, so I'm like a little bit all over the place. I tried to organize myself as much as I could, and I want to make it as sweet and short as possible because it's Saturday night. It's not a night to do live, but since I don't have anything better to do, I might as well just do this. So I am just putting like all my stuff, getting all my stuff ready to see if a couple of members, whoever was waiting, can log in. I have no idea who's watching. I'm supposed to know, I think, but I don't know. I can't tell. So I know there's a few people watching, but I don't know. I don't know if, again, it's my first, so I don't know if I can see the questions or not. Let me see here. This one that I'm going to be making, it's going to be just a basic bath bomb. I'm going to add a few things just to make it, tweak it up, because I do live in Florida, so my bath bombs tend to be a little bit drier just because it's so humid over here. And just for you guys, I'm going to use these molds because I think it's easier for beginners to use this type of mold, which is the plastic one. This you can find in Amazon. It's not that expensive. It's up like, I want to say like $8, and it's 12 of them. And when you're starting off, it's super difficult to kind of like make them, mold them, and then take them out, because usually you put too much oil or too much whatever, and they kind of like become a cake. They lose their form. So, oh, hi Wendy, how are you? I can't believe I can actually see you. This is so fun. I'm still waiting for a few people to log in because I have a few friends of mine that are trying to start with all this. So I'm getting like everything together. I don't know when did you start, but I'm going to make it short and sweet. And if you have any questions at all, I'll try to answer them all. Just going to review again of what I just said. I'm using the plastic molds because a lot of people have a lot of trouble unmolding the bath bombs when you start. So I don't know how far along you are doing bath bombs or making them, but again, this is just for beginners. So I'm going to teach you like you're like a 3-year-old, like they taught me, or like I learned. And I'm using Sex Bomb fragrance oil. This I bought at Crafters, and it has a funky smell, but hey, it works. And I am using embeds. Hi, beautiful. My sister is online. I love it. She's going to learn how to do bath bombs with me. That's so cool. I'm using embeds on the bath bomb. That's a little bit more advanced, but because I have them and I do sell my bombs, I have to put my embeds in. So I'm going to make another live later to teach you how to do the embeds. It's very easy, and today I'll just show you how to kind of like put them in there, and I can share the recipe as well. What I'm doing today is the first time I'm going to do this one. Again, it's a little bit more advanced, but you don't have to follow with me on absolutely everything because I'm going to still use the, hi Tanya, finally, you see, I created this just for you, honey bunny. So today I'm going to do a little bit more advanced, so my ingredients, you might want to follow with them, are pretty basic, but they're a little bit more a little bit more expensive, let's put it that way. So if you're just starting and you're still not selling and you're not still, don't use everything I use just yet. We have to learn still how to do the basics, okay? So, okay. Do you mind, guys, if we wait like a few minutes? Because I do know there's like 3 or 4 more that I'm trying, kind of like waiting to come in. Is that okay? Yeah? No? You want a joke? By the way, I am, Wendy, if you don't know me, I am the owner and creator of Maya Care Products. I sell all of my products. And I started about a year ago, and I am a cosmetologist as well. So I have, even though I don't have a lot of experience making this, I am very familiar with most of the ingredients, and I know their benefits and all that great stuff. So it took me a little bit faster to learn the process and all that. Are a joke right now. Why are they a joke? Are they not staying together? Anyways, and Tanya, by the way, okay, so if you guys want to take, if you can write, because I don't know if you're like, because I know Tanya was like walking around New York City, so I don't know if she's like watching me through her phone. I'm going to go ahead and share my ingredients, okay? So if you want to take it down, has different problems. That's the way it is. Don't worry. That's the way it is. I'm going through my 4th recipe. Oh, she's home. Awesome. So I'm going through my 4th recipe, and finally I nailed it. So I am abiding to this one. But again, I live in Florida, so you know I don't know how's your weather. Where do you live, Wendy? And I know Tanya has a lot of humidity too. So anyways, let me share with you the ingredients that I'm going to use today, okay? We're going to use, let me look for my cups. We're going to use, of course, baking soda. Oh, you're in North Carolina, so it's similar. It's a very similar weather. Oh, by the way, I have 3 boys, our 3 teenagers. They have no idea that I'm doing this live right now. So if they barge in screaming, I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. So I'm going to use, of course, baking soda. I do 3 cups of baking soda, but again, because that is the amount of bombs that I normally do, okay? So it's 3 cups of baking soda. As long as it's pure, you're good to go. And then I use 1 cup. You know what? Let me pull it up here for you, because if not, I'm going to be lying to you. I use 3 cups of baking soda, 2 cups of citric acid, I use Epsom salt, but on this one I'm not going to use it. Usually I use like a cup or half a cup of Epsom salt. But because I'm using a dark color, I don't want to use the Epsom salt because I don't want it coming up again. Because usually the Epsom salt, sometimes it depends on the humidity, it'll just pop up again on the bomb. So I want it to stay like dark. And then I also use cream of tartar. This you can find at Amazon. It's expensive. It's like $11. This thing is like a pound. But we use only a tablespoon. No, I'm sorry, a teaspoon of this one. Okay? And again, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place, but I'm going to write it down. You can have it later. And just to make it dry a little bit, I'll use white Kaolin Clay. And as you see, I buy it from Crafter's Choice. I'll share the website as well in the bottom of the video. This, I use 1 tablespoon of it. This helps it dry. But because it helps it dry so quickly, you have to be savvy with your hands. And then SLSA. SLSA will help you. This is very expensive stuff as well, but because I do use cream of tartar helps you with the bubbles. It will help you with the foaming. So you don't need as much. So this lasts me a long time, like weeks and weeks. This I buy also from Amazon. I'm going to start buying from crafters because I'm going to buy more amount. This one I use a tablespoon as well of this one, so it'll last you a long time. And then oils, there's a debate on that. I am going to use today avocado oil. It's 100% avocado oil. You can use argan oil, you can use coconut oil, whatever you feel you like. The one that I normally use is almond oil, but on this recipe I'm just going to use the avocado one. A big thing on this is the amount of liquids that you're going to put on them. That is the big debate. So I started spraying when I started doing bath bombs, but now I measure it. Now I do 2 teaspoons of this, and then I'll have maybe 1 or 2 more depending on how dry it got while you're molding and while you're doing whatever. So I don't spray anymore, again, because it could be 80% humidity tomorrow, or it could be 20% humidity. I don't, it's just impossible to measure. So when you're kind of like working on it, it's almost impossible for you to measure exactly how much are you using. So from now on, I'm just measuring it out, and if it needs 1 additional teaspoon, I'll do that. But if you spray, most likely you're going overboard on this. So again, let me see if I can share if I can find my recipe, because I have it written down somewhere here. And that way at least I can tell you exactly what is it that I use. Oh, it's right here. And that way at least you have it, okay? Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. Okay, so the actual recipe that I do, and this is going to make about 12 bath bombs, give or take, are 2 cups of baking soda, 1 cup of citric acid, 1/8 of a cup of SLSA. That's only optional if you want to start using that. 1 tablespoon of Kaolin Clay, 1 teaspoon of cream of tartar, and 1 ounce of whatever oil you use, almond oil, avocado oil, whatever you want to use. And then 1 or 2 teaspoons of queso. Oh, also, I need to do the poly. You do need to use this 1 teaspoon of poly 80. Poly 80, this is a debate with everybody as well. Poly 80, I use it because I use most of the times like dark colors. I'm not a baker. I don't do like ponies or unicorns or anything like that. So you'll never see me do any of that here. So unless there's somebody there that's a crafter and loves doing that and wants to share with the group, then you're more than welcome to do that. I don't do that. I'll do basic. My thing is the science. So the poly work to how do you say this? It'll divide the water from the color basically. So it's almost like when you put oil in water. So that it'll prevent it from sticking on the corners of the bathtub. Again, there is a debate on that because it depends on how old is the bathtub. So it doesn't matter what anybody says. It's not a fix for absolutely everything. If they have like a rusty or moldy, or they have like soap scum around the bathtub, most likely the color, if it's a dark color, it's gonna stain a little bit, but it's not stain. You just have to kind of like scrub it out. So let's start, shall we? I am going to let me get my poly 80 because I forgot it. Allow me 1 second. Okay, and then this one, guys, I bought like 6 months ago. I kid you not. But because you use so little, it lasts forever. Okay, and then I do use my thingy here because I'm lazy and I don't like to spend too much trouble doing this. So I'll just use it to make sure that everything is like, especially when you use Epsom salts, you want it to be kind of like as thin as possible and not in balls or anything like that. So I'll do this really quickly for you guys. If you have any questions, please write. Tania Segura, how's it going with your bath bombs? Have you done any more? Okay, so I'm gonna do the 2 cups of baking soda, okay? Can you see there, or do you want me to like put it lower? Homicide? Oh, horrible. I understood homicide. Horrible? They're still not taking the shape that you want them to have? Okay, so when you put the this is basic stuff. If you want to, when you put your baking soda, you want to make sure that you kind of like push it all through. That way it's nice and clean. There's no little little balls or anything in there. I always put the SLSA before I put the citric acid because I don't like the powdery stuff, and still it always comes up. So that's what I do. That way it's just like under the rest of the things. Okay. So you see it says an 1/8 on my recipe, but I do this teaspoon. And then we're doing 1 cup of citric acid. This one I also bought Amazon because I still don't buy like super quantities. I should, but I don't. Oh, yeah, I know. Humidity it's tough here too. I've taken like 3 weeks off doing any bath bombs, but not because of humidity. I've just been lazy. Okay, so I put the, you guys can see well there? I put the baking soda, SLSA, and citric acid in. I'm going to do the cream of tartar, and this is going to be 1 teaspoon. This is half, so I'm doing twice. 1 teaspoon, and then I'm going to do my Kaolin Clay. By the way, Kaolin Clay, if you ever want to do like masks, or if you want to do soaps, or if you want to do any other thing, Kaolin Clay is divine. It's really, really good for your skin. Okay, so this is a tablespoon. Let me know if you have any questions. Okay. See, that's the regular, normal mix. And then this is the good thing. This is what I do with my liquids, because I don't like mixing everything together. And I'm because it's such a little group, I'm gonna share something that I'm gonna put in there that it's still not out there. It's not even, like, I haven't even announced it yet. This is actually algae or algae. I don't know how you call that. This is gonna make, what? Is that the same cream of tartar you could buy at the supermarket? It is the same, but in the supermarket, it's gonna be so expensive, it's ridiculous. It's not even worth it. So you might as well just buy it on Amazon. Start from Amazon. I'm gonna tell you, it's like $12 for a pound, but you're not gonna use that much. You know, the most you're gonna use on that is when you start doing bubble bars. Bubble bars take a lot of that, but it's so worth it. So, so I'm gonna use, I don't know how to say this. Is this algae or algae? Algae? Algae. I think it's algae. This is going to create the slime effect on the balm. Again, I'm a little bit more advanced, so I'm just sharing it with you. This is a little secret, and you don't have to, please don't do anything just yet until you like master everything, because if not, you're going to be spending money. And it wasn't too terribly expensive. I know, but I mean, it depends on how you use it, though, the cream of tartar. Because if you look at it, this was £1 for $11. I think they sell at the store a few ounces, isn't it? Like 4 or 5 ounces, maybe 8 ounces is the most. And you spend like $7, isn't it? I don't know. It depends on how you use it. If you use a lot of it, then it's not even worth it. If you're just going to start out and start, you know, kind of like trying it out, then hey, go ahead by all means. It's exactly the same thing. This is all kind of like edible things. So, okay, let me open this because I don't know why I can't open this thing. And then also, I'm gonna mix my liquids completely on another bowl. I make small batches. Yeah, I know. I understand. No worries. I did the Walmart cream of tartar. No shame on that. We all do. Not everybody starts like with $100 in materials and ingredients. Okay, so I'm gonna do a okay, so now for the liquids, I'm just gonna do I'm gonna do it in a completely different little thing. I use the measuring thing. So it's 1 teaspoon of that. This is the poly that I'm putting in. Some people use glycerin, because if you like more like the bubbly thing, you can do the glycerin. Another question that I always get is how much oil per, you know, like dry. Try and do, I mean, I always do about a tablespoon per cup, and that's the entire batch. So right now I have about 4 cups in the batch. So I'm gonna do 2, yeah, I have already 1 teaspoon, and then I'm gonna do 1 tablespoon of avocado oil. If you like using glycerin, you can do that as well. You can do 1 tablespoon of glycerin. If you have humidity, don't. Even if you see the tutorial and it tells you use glycerin, if you have humidity, don't. And then I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons of scented oil, because yes, it is oil. It's a fragrance, but still it's an oil, so same difference. I'm gonna do 2 of these. So there you have almost the equivalent of 1 tablespoon per cup or something like that. So now you know why is it that I don't use barely any witch hazel, because in reality this is a lot of humidity in there. And then I'm gonna do, I still spray it. I just spray it on little spoons. So I'm gonna do 1 and 2. And then if it's too dry, then I'll add more. Okay, so move in here so you can see a little bit better. So I'm gonna add all this together. I kind of like mix it a little bit because I like the oils to kind of like blend a little bit more. That way I can, you know. Okay, and you see the texture is because I use the exact same cup that I use to measure everything. So I'm almost recycling the leftovers of my mix. And then it's not as liquidy. It almost turns like a little paste. If you see that. See the consistency? Okay, and then we just mix. And in the beginning, it's sloppy that I use my little thing. It's easier to mix. Okay, and this is what's going to happen. Because it's not, can you see it there? Can you appreciate there? Since it's not a liquid thing, because I mixed it with everything that I had left over, it created kind of like a little ball kind of mixture. You're just going to mix the hell away with that. You're going to notice it's cold. That means that it's humid enough. And then you just mix, 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 mix. Today I'm not going to do more than one color. We're actually going to do 2 colors. But I'm going to keep it simple, stupid. That way we focus on the mix itself. Does anybody have any questions at all? Are you following me or are you watching TV while you're doing this? Okay, so I have now mixed absolutely everything. Keep in mind I did 2 teaspoons of witch hazel, okay? And then I did the, what was it? The 4 tablespoons of whatever other liquids I added. This is the consistency that I am looking for here in Florida. Again, it depends on your state. Okay, if you see it here now, it's a consistency that it holds together enough to not break right now. You see that? So it's always going to break a little, obviously, but if it can hold like that, you're good. That's it. That's all you're looking for. Okay? If it starts breaking once you press it down, you need another teaspoon of witch hazel, okay? And now comes the fun part. I am going, you know what? I'm going to divide this. I'm going to divide it into 2 because I am doing my Halloween slime bombs. Yes, you heard correctly. Halloween slime bombs. And it's my first time doing them, so I don't know how this is going to go, but whatever. So I'm going to divide this into 2 batches. I'm taking 2 cups and I'm putting it on another little thing. Okay. Again, it's still holding. That's good enough. Now, when you put the colors in, it might be another story. It might change your consistency. Okay, so I'm going to use, it's again, a chemistry connection. I started using these guys. It's the first time I'm using their colors. I do dyes. I've never tried the flakes. I think those are the ones that have like glycerin in them. And I did liquids, and again, it's Florida, so no, it's not working. So this is Chemistry Connection. I can put the link on them if you want it as well. It was really inexpensive too. It was really a good price. And this is Eggplant Purple Mica. So we're gonna do about half a teaspoon of this. You guys are lucky that I'm measuring everything. Usually I just do it by, just like when you cook, just throw that in there, whatever happens, happens. Okay. Again, when you put the mica, it might be another different story. You might have to put more more witch hazel on that. And this is actually a terrible color. I don't know what was I thinking. It is ugly. Let me put another. You're excited for my ugly bombs? Oh, awesome. Yeah, that's good. I'm sorry. I'm reading from down to up. That's awesome. Yeah, I started with like the normal, like food coloring. And I did it for a while. I loved it. But you know, once you start selling, you have to go a little bit more professional. Okay. Damn. And this one takes a lot of mica. So I might need to add another. Okay. Mica is only colorant you use. Yes. Yes. I don't use any different because again, when I found the micas, it worked for me, and there's no need for me to change it. You know, if it works, why change it? You know, and that's the biggest mistake us as human beings and crafters. We see something. Okay, as you can hear that my son is banging on the door. Let me go open up real quick. Oh, I'm like, gosh. Okay, so I'm back. So I got this done. I thought they were going to be like purple, but maybe when you put them on the water, they do turn purple. They look like it's almost like black. It's almost like a black color. So it's kind of weird. I might have to add some sparkle in there or something. It's not really black, but it looks almost like black. Can you see like the shimmery? See how it shimmers? So it's still sticking together, so I think we're good to go. Okay, so I am now going to, since I know you just got your micas, like most of you. Yeah, I think that's good. It's kind of ugly, but that's fine. Whatever. That's how it went. Okay, so let's use the mold. Again, with this mold, I'm just going to do it for you guys to see it. I normally don't use this mold anymore. I did it for so long that I just don't anymore. This you can find absolutely anywhere. As I said, you can buy it at Amazon. It's about $8 and comes like 12 of them. So if you do like small batches, you can just put them all together and just let them be the entire night, not all mold. That way you avoid the whole breaking apart and all that great stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna mold now, but then I'm gonna do, as I said, I'm gonna do my embeds. For you guys that don't know what embeds are, these are, I make these as well. These make the bomb rotate and they throw color as well. So I can make another tutorial showing you how to do these. These are very, very, very easy to do. So I'm just gonna put in my mold. As you can see, I don't press down. I just put it there loose because that's what's gonna help you float, basically, because I don't use any cornstarch to make it float. And then I'm putting the embed. That's simple. Okay. And then I put a little bit more. You see my mess here? You see, I don't press down. If you're pressing down, your bomb is gonna kind of like sink down. You don't want that either. And then on this one, I'm doing like 4 of them because I like them to really rotate. And then you can put just a little overflow. That way you can help it kind of like stick together. I don't know if you can tell. Can't see. And here we go. You press down. With this mold, if you're using a plastic one, you have to, when you press down like you're pressing like a little, like a spoon kind of thing, like this. Because if you press down like this, it's just gonna put this down, and it's gonna damage the shape of the bomb. So just for you to have an idea, I always shake it. I told you this, Tanya, I always shake it because I like it to kind of like get away from the. Okay, and then there we go. That's the first one. It's a cool color too. It's not as ugly as it looks. And then there you go. So even when you see it like this, perfect, please don't take it out. Just put the little thing in there. You can be excited and happy that they unmolded and they look beautiful, but don't get so excited that you just unmolded, because then next day you're gonna be frustrated. So we're gonna do that one, and then for those that aren't starting off, or let's do 2 of them, just for the heck of it. Okay. So again, I just throw in there. I'm not too technical with this. And then I'm gonna put 1 and 2, a little bit overflow. Very easy, guys. Well, it's not that easy, but you know, you learn. And I need another cup. Okay, here we go. And again, we throw a little bit, and then with this one, I'm gonna do like a little square thing. Okay, and we press down. You see how I'm pressing? Pressing like a little spoon. I don't press with my fingers. Clean out and just to make sure that they do come out. Could you imagine they just break right now? There you go. That's one side. We're gonna do the same thing here. It's already loose. There you go. Perfect. Got it? Real simple, but leave them inside, please. So that's gonna sleep in there. For those of you that already have almost a little bit more savvy, I use my metal ones. Oh my God, they had water in them. I use my metal one because it's just easier for me now, because I'm already, you know, just a little bit more familiar with this one. And then since I've been doing this, again, we want to check the consistency of this. If it doesn't stick together, then you need another cup. So it's okay for you to check, and you know, that's for everybody that kind of like drowns, because sometimes it dries too much and then starts to crumble, and you haven't even noticed because you're not really testing your mix. Have I tried in a span and more luck with those than with the spheres? Oh yeah, well, you're gonna have more luck with those. The question is, have you tried a mooncake press? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. They're much easier to do for sure. And for beginners is the best. The only thing about that is that if you want to continue doing that, just that shape, then stick with that. If not, then keep on trying. Because I mean, the reality is that, I mean, and again, I'm not, it depends on taste and all that. I'm not a huge fan of having what everybody has around there, and the mooncakes are beautiful, but I want to have different things. Does that make sense? It doesn't make any sense at all. If you like the moon press, go ahead. I love the moon press, but I kind of like, I don't know, I like the balls better than I like balls. So let's do we're going to use the metal ones. And again, very loose. This one is a little bit wider because it's it's a metal one. Usually they're a little bit bigger for some reason. Even the embeds are not like put into like very, very strong in there. There you go. And again, very loose. And I clean it up a little bit. With this one, yes, you need like a spoon, like a metal spoon. I don't have a metal spoon, but I'll just hit it with this. Let's see. This is a trick. This is where all bombs fail. Because they stick. And then again, it was wet. So, oh, there we go. That's the only downfall about these little metal ones. That you have to be very careful with them not getting wet or anything like that, because if not, it's just going to stick. Do you see it? So, I take it, and this is how I mold my metal one. Oh my goodness, I have a mess in here. I have my little pan with the towel. Then I just kind of like hold it like that, and I release. There you have it. So I'm gonna do whatever's left with that. I don't know if you guys want me to do the red ones live, because I'm gonna do some red ones with some blue embeds inside. You let me know, because it's already 43 minutes, and I think we've covered everything. Do you have any questions whatsoever for me? Any questions at all? Now is the time. Nope, no questions. Okay. Gosh, this one ended up being very little. I don't know if it's gonna stick. Nope, it's not gonna stick. Look at that. Oh, okay. So Wendy tells me that she's okay with me doing the red ones too. I don't mind being watched at all. Believe it or not, I had a hard time starting this live, and I was like, yeah, no. But, you know, I have so many friends. Embeds, that's a great question. Hi, Yvette. The embeds are the little things that make the bomb, you know how you see them float and rotate and all that great stuff? That's what the embeds are. If you pack your bombs not super, you know, hard together, they're going to float either way. The embeds are just going to help it rotate, and it's going to squish out different colors. So they're very easy to do. I use molds. I don't. A lot of people do like little teaspoons and stuff. I don't do that. I just put it all in little molds, and that's it. And I'm gonna do another live with that. That was gonna be like, it takes about 15 minutes, not even, to do the embeds. It's very easy to do. All you need to do is baking soda and citric acid. They're like the same amount on each. That's it. You don't need anything else. And whatever dyes or coloring you do. So I'm doing the other half for people that like to do mix and match, or do one half and then another half. Again, you have to check your consistency. It's still good. You see that? Well, it's breaking apart. So let me do another. Well, it's kind of breaking apart. Let me do the additional teaspoon. I don't use cornstarch, Mama. I do not use cornstarch. I started using cornstarch just because I read of the benefits, and again, I'm all into the benefits, the beneficial, things of my ingredients, and because it floats. But I stopped using cornstarch because it does tribute to infections. So me personally, I don't use it, but I used it for a long time, and yes, it helps it float. So is that answering the question? Oh no, the embeds and cornstarch has nothing. One thing has nothing to do with another thing. Cornstarch is just to do the balm. It helps it float, and that's it. And it's good for allergies and other stuff. Embeds, however, are to make it rotate. One thing has nothing to do with another one. Now, so I added another teaspoon of the witch hazel, just to make it a little bit more humid. And I'm going to do the red. This is the red dye now. So, and then on this, I'm going to go a little bit faster because I already did one, and we're going on 47 minutes now. You got it? Sorry, again, I read my comments, the newest to the oldest. Okay. So again, this is from Chemistry Connect. If you want me to, I can put like their page on, like, under this video, and that way you can, order yourself if you want to do that. This is a red one, and as you see, I'm very delicate like that. And I bought it because I didn't have any red. Can you see that red? It's like super red. I do use SLSA, yes. And in the beginning, I shared the entire recipe. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it under as well, because I do use SLSA, and it's up to you if you want to modify or not. The other ingredients that I do use are just to help dry up my balms, because I do live in Florida. If you live in places there's not humidity at all, or not much, then you don't have to even worry about like the tapioca, the Kaolin Clay, or anything like that, okay? So let's do about a teaspoon of this. And yes, I did not measure this one. Because I'm ready to get done. You're welcome. These are my Halloween bombs. But these ones are gonna be the slime bombs. So when you put it in, it has that slime consistency. because it has natural algae, which is really good for your skin. Oh my God. Look at this color. This is awesome. It looks like orange on the thing. Can you see? Do you see it red? Or is it me that I see it orange? Look at it. So I think that goes well with Halloween. Okay. And again, I put the mica in. Once you put the mica in, you have to check your consistency. Your mix is not going to stay the same throughout your packing, throughout your molding. You have to check your consistency. I just added, and it's still sticking together, but God knows what's going to happen with this. Okay, so let's do the packing. I call it packing, I call it molding. It's the same difference. And then on this one, I have little blue embeds that I did last week. They're like little hearts. You see that? It doesn't matter if they're like chipped or cracked or whatnot, because you're just going to put them in there. And just to give you an idea, I also have in here the yellow ones. These are yellow. They're bigger. Yellow little molds. You see how thick they are? So usually I just put one in there and you're good to go. I've also used little stars. I use all different colors in there. So today I am going to use red and blue for some odd reason, because it doesn't even, it's not even Halloween colors, but whatever. Okay, so. Okay, so I'm going to pack. Make sure you don't have any little balls. Very loose. And then little hearts are like little. I'm going to put like 4 of these in there. There you go. You see it? And okay. You can even put like 5 of them. The more you put, the better. Okay. And then we're going to go and squish them together. This one side. And the other side. So again, I'm going to unmold. So I'm just going to take it out. Hold it with my thumb and just, I don't know if you can see it. There you can see it. And then just place it there. Okay. So I think that we prolonged this longer than expected. Now you see it takes me an hour. Not really, but you know, I've been talking. It takes me about an hour to do like 12 bath bombs usually. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you have any questions at all as far as where to buy ingredients, I'm gonna start doing as well. I have a couple of things that I need to get, like I overbought when I started. I have like molds and stuff that I'm gonna do like a little giveaway on this group in particular. So if you want to have an idea of what else I do, just check out the. Of course. I mean, I wanted to do it. I just, I don't, it depends on the need. Everybody has different needs. But what I've noticed is that in other groups, yeah, you share pictures and yeah, you do this and this and that, but it's so difficult when you're like in it, when you're starting. Even when you're watching tutorials, you're like, I wasted so much money. Oh my goodness, it's not even funny. In materials because I just kept on buying and buying and buying. Absolutely, you're welcome. I'm gonna do, I think next week I'll do like a little embed one, which is a small one, like not too long, like 15 minutes, 20 minutes maybe, for you to know how to do the embeds. But again, I wanted it to be very basic because I receive a lot of questions consistently of, how to do them, how to mold them. They're breaking apart. They're becoming a blob. So, if you learn the basics and you master that, then everything else just follows. Okay. Adrian. Mm-hmm. My son is talking to me. And then another thing is that I wanted to ask you guys was, you can check out the website itself. I don't know, how is it that you see it on your end? Because I'm the administrator, so I'm really like, I have no idea how is it that you see the group itself. But I wanted to ask you if you see Maya, it's me. My name is not Maya. My name is Sandra. But Maya is my page. It's my, my business. And if you see that, there's links regarding Maya or Maya posted here or whatever, that's me posting. You are more than welcome to check out the page itself, like my products page, and check and see what you like. What would you like to do? What would you like to learn? And we'll just incorporate it from there. That way, we all do like things that we like, And if you see or if you have friends that do like the little unicorns or whip things or 27 colors of something, also invite them over and we can share like the videos. It's much easier than going to YouTube and trying to check out every single video. Okay then. There we go. So we are more than done. Papi, can you bring me like a cup? I'm going to show you how this foams. A cup with water. I'm going to do the, I'm going to post how these work. At least one of them. I'm going to post them. Already checked it out and I'm really just jealous about, oh, don't be, please, don't be. Okay, so this is just a little, so you see exactly, let me see if you can see better. I'm using my computer. I don't have any of that techie stuff. Can you see that? No? There you go. Okay. I'm going to put just a little bit of water so you see how it foams. That way you see why I use SLSA and everything else that I use. So here we go. Can you see that? No, you can't. You see it? There you go. So I'm excited because, again, you see how the consistency changed there? It's a little bit thicker. This is a jelly bomb. But what we're going to do is, as soon as these are like, oh my God, this is so cool. It's the first time I do these. Look at that. It's like slime. As soon as look at me, he's like, what the hell, Mom? Look at that consistency. This is crazy. It is like real slime, like seriously. So, as soon as these bomb are dry, which usually it takes about, I'll take one and put it in the freezer or something. Well, I'm going to go ahead and just post it. That way you know what is the end product. Keep in mind that I used the plastic ones. These are still in there. So we made 1, 2, 3, 8 bombs with that mix. And look at them here. I'm gonna break. You see them there? Oh, really nice and cute. So 8 bombs in an hour. Not too shabby. Any questions at all? It's not gross. It's actually, it's really good. That's actually really good. Check out the what algae does for you. It's really good. I'm going to start doing the soaps that do contain algae as well, because it's a natural antioxidant. It has minerals. It has a whole bunch of stuff for your skin, so it's pretty cool. So we're good. Do we have any questions at all, or we're good? Say now or forever hold your peace. Now? Okay. Make sure to share the page, please. Share the group. Share the video. It is a closed group. I don't want to have people here that are criticizing or pinpointing or no, none of that. You know, we're here to learn, and you know, I'm learning as well, so I welcome other crafters as well. I just hope that we can, you know, continue to grow this, and not only that, but grow with the market. You know, if you're looking to do it for yourself, you're gonna learn cool stuff. If you're looking to grow your business or start your business, then hopefully we can all learn from each other and grow with the market as well. Because I mean, this is an ever changing. Every day is going to change, and if you don't keep up with the flow, then you'll just not be able to keep on growing. So either way, like my page, share it, and I hope you liked it. Again, it was my first live, so I'm sorry for the mess, and I hope that you enjoyed it. If you see some stuff that you like, just write it down in the group and suggest it. I want to see your bombs. If you do use my mix itself, I would love to see what is your end product as well. That would be super awesome. So nothing. Keep on crafting, keep on fighting the good fight, and we'll see you next time, okay? Ciao.